I'll hold it. Yeah. Yeah, test 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Good. Mm-hmm. Shalom.
Hey, before we get started, we're going to turn to face the east. We're going to give our praises, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Hey, double honor to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of GMS who teach it who will. And peace and love to the elect of the nation of Israel. Hey, with the GMS Memphis camp, come back out here through the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, man. The Lord come back to do that, right? To come back to destroy Babylon the Great and deliver the elect only, man. Only the elect will be saved out of the destruction. And 2/3 of his own people, his chosen people, 2/3 according to Zechariah the 13th chapter, they will be cut up and die and will take the same fate as the heathens, man. Right? So we really got to ask ourselves, if the Lord come back to destroy 2/3 of his own people, how much more the heathens, man? So heathens will not be saved, man. Right? So Lord willing, this count be edified to the elect. We're going to start in the book of Sirach, chapter 2. The Lord willing, this count be edified to the elect only.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, starting at the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Read it one more time.
It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
Wait, my son, thou come to serve the Lord. You got in your mind that you want to serve the Lord and how much you want to stop. You want to come in and you want to do the work. Right?
It says, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Like prepare your mind for temptations. And temptations can come in many forms, man. Right? Losing your woman, losing your job, right? Losing your car, wallet, however it may be. Those are different types of temptations that you must endure, that you should count the cost. Go ahead.
That's how you know this is true. You know, because when you start to really seek the Lord while he may be found, when you start to call upon the name of the Lord, and you start to go through certain things, or still certain things not shining, certain trials, don't be distracted. Alright, because guess what? You come to the knowledge that we have about our side, it comes with suffering.
So they follow the next time.
But here it is, that's why the prophet, how much he did, comfort. So even though we bring out and we burn bad news with destruction, all right, and Jacob trouble and everything that go along with it, but the comfort is that the Lord, all right, is a shield to them that put their trust in him. All right, so guess what? When you go through these things, these little small hurdles and these little small obstacles, you know, you got to jump over these little small speed bumps. Hey, the Lord is still there, man. So he's just trying you, all right, as gold inside of the fire, acceptable men. All right, know what the Lord is doing. All right, he is trying you to make you acceptable, all right, to him. All right, and no servant is greater than his master. So the Lord called what? He called him. You know, the Lord was, you know, he went through a lot of things that we ain't hear about going through. All right, that's why he's known as the author and the finisher of our faith. Because we were supposed to have a shot to make it through the affliction, make it through the small trials and tribulations that we face on this side. All right, so that's the faith, and we come. That's how you know the difference between serving the power, sitting on the side, serving the things that go up here, and waiting to call really Christ. That's the difference. All right, but you truly actually take the something when you come to the you got it?
So Acts chapter 9, verse 16, it says, for I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake.
And this the Lord speaking to the disciples Ananias about Saul. The name was later changed to Apostle Paul. Read that again.
Start up to
Okay.
we like him to chosen vessel, which we come in that same stead. The Lord have called us into this ministry. All right, you want to say many are called, but we are chosen. We only be chosen, but we is called to this ministry. All right, you got it.
The only the chosen will endure the suffering, the tribulation, the temptations that come their way. Right? Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 9, verse 14. And here he hath authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on thy name.
Right, because Apostle with Saul, he was persecuting the church. You know, he was Stephen get stoned, right? He was there. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me.
For he is a chosen vessel unto the Lord. Even though he was persecuting the church, bringing the church home, he still was a chosen vessel unto the Lord. Let's let you know, you can't just wake up and choose the Lord. You got to truly do things in that day.
You have not chosen me, but I chose you.
Yeah, and the difference between Paul and the other Pharisees, with Paul, he was persecuting the church. He was sincere. Like, he really thought he was doing the right thing. So, he could be in this thing being sincere, sincerely doing the wrong thing. But see, it's another thing when you're doing shit and you know what you, like Caiaphas. Like, them guys, they knew what they were doing. You know? And it was the pride because they wanted a position. Apostle Paul, it wasn't about no position with him. He actually thought he was doing the right thing because he was following the other hierarchies of the Pharisees, right? But he didn't know what he was doing until the Lord humbled him. Knocked him off the horse.
This is Acts chapter 9, verse 15 again. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles.
Those Gentiles are Israelite foreigners, right? Those are Israelite foreigners. It was a chosen vessel. And what is that? I'm an apostle of the Gentiles. The name of Christ apostle.
Yeah, get that. That's not, let's go on through these scriptures. Let's not quote these scriptures. Let's get through these scriptures. Because this topic, you know, it's really just the spirit coming back around. This edification needs to come out. And yeah, we know, but we gotta teach these things to people that don't know and don't really understand the full dynamics of the mystery of the Gentiles. So let's focus on these scriptures. So brothers, when y'all hear the main speaker quote scriptures, get it. Because we know, but it ain't about us. We're not here to edify ourselves. We're here to edify the church, right?
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 11 and 13. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office.
Yeah, because Gentiles mean Israelite foreigners. As he was going through the what Gentiles in the mind, really was just trying to bound in the spirit, then he what? Working on it. Being Hellenized, you know, Babylonized. Right, that's a form of what? Being a Gentile, man. Being an Israelite foreigner. All right, we keeping it what? The American custom we grew up. Celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Yeah. All right, that's considered as a Gentile, man.
Hey, Don, real quick, 1 Corinthians 12 and 1. Yep.
Romans 12:1.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
Wait. So, key word is brethren, pretty much. Who is Apostle Paul, brethren? Israelites. Let's do that. Give me Romans 9 and 4. And then you can start at 3.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from a Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen,
My kinsmen.
according to the flesh.
According to the flesh.
Right, so you can't be a spiritual Israelite. You can't spiritually insert yourself into this house,
Exactly.
right? You have to be an actual physical descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, his offspring came to the Israelites. Right? That's what Apostle Paul
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaining to adoption.
now he's making it known what the inheritance is.
Yeah.
Right? The inheritance which we were adopted into by Yahweh Shai. You go to Deuteronomy 32, 8 and 9, right? When you go all throughout the scriptures, right? We were the ones that he adopted to be his own sons. Right? No other nation. So he's saying that the salvation and the ministry is for the Israelites. Go ahead.
In the glory, in the covenants, in the giving of the law.
And y'all remember, when Paul was going to the Israelites, right? He was in like order, and up back to the captivity. That's where we get the whole salvation. When our people came, what? Gentiles. Why? Because they started taking on the custom of what? Of the Greek. First Maccabees 3, and 41, 42, a brother grab it real quick. And that's why the Lord set Apostle Paul up, man. All right, that he can be a minister to those who come back through Yahweh Shai. Because it was through the law, then guess what? They was always what? Damn. But through Yahweh Shai, they was able to be brought back. That's why you got those branches.
And who had 1 Corinthians 12? Read it already?
Yeah, I don't have to read it again.
You got it real quick? Go ahead, get it.
All right, this is our first.
Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel.
No, one.
First Maccabees. All right, I got you. This is our first Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
You see that? All should be one people. That's what they're trying to do now, dealing with the Nicaraguan. All right, they're trying to bring everybody under that one banner. That's why it's called New World Order. All right, go ahead.
Verse 42, and everyone shall leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Go ahead.
Yea, many also of the
There you
Israelites.
go. So many also of the Israelites. All right, so guess what? Out of generation, what happened? All right, they feel more in the custom of the heathen. And therefore they started to what? All right, the unrighteous acts of the heathen. All right, they started to shave their beards off. All right, they stopped circumcising their kids. They started to be poor. You know, they started going out. They started to act just like a Greek. You see? So,
Their hands into a whole love.
yeah.
Or act like the heathens.
So the Lord set Apostle Paul up, all right, to bring them out of their minds. So that's why you got Galatians 1. All right? So you got it.
Yeah, I got a piece of it.
Yeah, that's not good when you go into Galatians, you know, Galatians 1, brother, hold that too. Galatians 1. That'll finish. You got it. Go ahead, bro.
All right, verse 43, it says, yea, many also of the Israelites.
Right, many also the Israelites, man. So that's why we just read in James, Romans, all right, ye were Gentiles, carried away to them dumb idols as ye were what? Led. All right, go ahead.
Consenting to his religion,
Right.
they being Antiochus, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
There you go. See? So they broke away from keeping the laws and commandments of the Lord, and they started to what? Do what the heathens did, man. All right, and now look at here it is, 2025. We're speaking about the time of our Lord. All right, Apostle Paul. How much more now?
For the king, verse 44, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws
There you
of the
go. See
land.
that? And that's what they did. So now when the Romans came in the power, all right, that's when we could turn neither Jew nor Greek. All right, because you had the so-called Jews, the only Jew to make the Levites. So this ain't got nothing to do with the northern kingdom. All right? As soon as they own the Rome, and then they kept put the Jew to bring the Levites. And now it's sprinkling, that's when the man was the Levites. The dark of the tribes was the stars. Yeah. You know, the Jew was yeah.
You got it.
Go ahead, bring that precept out of the get that word lead.
Alright. They didn't link up with Deuteronomy 28 to 64. It's the curses.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant.
Yeah, not knowing.
Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols.
When? Alright, when we was in Greek captivity. Alright, that's when Christianity failed at. Alright, here it is. They read from Genesis to Malachi. Alright, and then go straight to Matthew. So what happened to the Greek captivity? Why you don't read that in the Bible? Because it's in the Apocrypha, man. Alright, you go to the Apocrypha and they to be hidden away. Alright? Go ahead.
Even as ye were led.
Why? Because it was prophecy.
Hold on. So it said, even as you were led. So this is 2 Maccabees 6, starting at the top. It says, not long after that, the king sent an elderly Athenian to force the Jews to abandon their religion and the customs of their ancestors.
Force.
Get that word led right there. Go straight to the point. What's the Greek word?
This is the word led from the Blue Letter Bible. It says a go. I go.
Right? Let's go straight to the point of the biblical usage.
Outline of biblical usage. It said to lead, guide, direct, to lead through, conduct to something, to move.
Not conduct, conduct.
Conduct to.
It's spelled the same, but it's pronounced different pertaining to the meaning and the context. So you got conduct and conduct, right? So that's conduct, meaning to guide, right? That's conduct, like a conductor of a train. That's what led means. They were conducted into this, right? Go ahead.
Conduct to something, to move, impel,
Impel. Go ahead.
or forces
Of forces. To impel. Of forces. Go ahead.
in influences
And influence
on the mind.
on the mind. So I'm gonna read this, right? This back in 2 Maccabees 6, starting at the top. Not long after that, the king sent an elderly Athenian, which this is a good news translation, to force the Jews to abandon their religion and the customs of their ancestors. He was also to defile their temple by dedicating it to the Olympian god Zeus. The temple on Mount Gerizim was to be officially named Temple of Zeus, the god of hospitality, as the people who lived there had requested. The oppression was harsh and almost intolerable. Gentiles filled the temple, and it's talking about the natural Gentiles did this. This is why our people who were Israelites were forced to become Gentiles, but the natural Gentiles forced them to become like them. Forced them to become Greeks. It says Gentiles filled the temple with drinking parties and all sorts of immorality. They even had, and somebody give me the word Gentile in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. The word Gentile, right? It says Gentiles filled the temple with drinking parties and all sorts of immorality. They even had intercourse with prostitutes there. Forbidden objects were brought into the temple, and the altar was covered with detestable sacrifices prohibited by our law. It was impossible to observe the Sabbath, to celebrate any of the traditional festivals, or even so much as to admit to being a Jew. So if you don't know this history, right, which Apostle Paul thoroughly knew, and I got the proof because I did a check GPT, Lord will, I can put it up in my archives, right? And ChatGPT admitted the Apostle Paul knew this history. This is why he was set up as a minister to the Gentiles, the water. That's why Yahushua set him up, because of that knowledge that he had, right? He had the knowledge and he had the zeal.
And he knew the language.
But right, you know, he spoke Greek, Latin, and Hebrew, so he was able to relate to our people who had been forced into this Greek culture and customs. That's the mystery that these people don't get, and it's plain.
That's why he always open up, brother. I beseech you. You know what I'm saying? So he let you know that he coming, all right, in the mindset like, hey, I know. So where it is, I just seen, you know, it's not told, but he revealed it to you. All right? You got it.
I got the definition.
Yeah, I get it.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary. What it say for the word Gentile right there?
It says, often a person of a non-Jewish nation or a non-Jewish faith. And down there, that's the noun, but the adjective is of or relating to the nations at large as distinguished from the Jews. Also of a relating to Christians as distinguished from the Jews, of or relating to people who are not members. No,
You in the Merriam-Webster?
yeah, no, that's talking about the Church of Latter-day Saints.
That's one of the points that says distinguished from the Jews. That was the point. Back then, you know, actually, Arab people Jews who they were. You know what I'm saying? And we knew that we were being persecuted by these heathens. You know what I'm saying? These Hamites, these Edomites, all these Gentile people that smoked Greek and took on their customs. Okay?
That ain't what I was looking for, but whatever meat on there, y'all get it off of there.
You can
So,
make it
Lord
easy.
willing, I find it. It's a definition that I'm looking for. Go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees 1:57. And whosoever was found within the book of the Testament, or if any committed to the law, the king, and they're talking about the customs, it's like customs, right? The Bible, the scrolls, right? Again from the top, First Maccabees 1:57. And whosoever was found within the book of the Testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death. So as death you were found keeping your customs as an Israelite. Right? 58.
It's just how much more then now, because when so-called Negroes was in captivity, you couldn't be found reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You would be persecuted just like how that was being persecuted then. Come on.
And then you look at Nick Cannon, for example. Nick Cannon now say he is Israelite, stay to their nation. That made him one of the colonies. That he ain't. You know?
We can't even profess ourselves to be Israelites.
Profess yourself to be Israelite, man. Back then. You can't do it now, you just love it. Right? So 58. Thus did they, by their authority, unto the Israelites every month Two, as many as were found in the cities. So now the 5 and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of God, at which time, according to the commandment, they put to death some women that had caused their children to be circumcised. Man. So the women was being put to death. Why? Because they was keeping the laws and commandments uncircumcised babies. Man.
What about the telling 100% the Holy Spirit?
Oh, yeah, the word was telling us that he was right. When you go, telling them, yeah. If you go to the word Greek, right? Matter of fact, when we get the scripture, then I'll bring this out.
This one
Difference between Jew and Greek.
And they hang the infants about their necks and rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them. Howbeit many Israelites, howbeit many in Israel were fully resolved and conformed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing. Wherefore they rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meat, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died, and there was very great wrath upon Israel. So they just go into the history of it, man. Our forefathers were willing to die than to eat some chitlins or some unclean meat, right? Eat some pork. So these Greeks, that was killing us, training us, man. You know, and he wanted everybody to follow his commandments, come on to his new world order, man. So we've been Hellenized, man. We couldn't keep our laws, man. So you got to know the history to understand the mystery. So when you jump to the New Testament, then you will realize, okay, neither Jew nor Greek. They the same, why? Because they're Israelites, man.
Hey, get Acts 21. Go Acts 21 up and read.
Y'all boys got it. You got it.
Brother got that precept.
First Corinthians 12, Gentile.
You want the difference between Jew and Greek? Get the word.
Now, I think,
Also, brother, Adam, I got Acts. We got precept in here.
Now, this is Galatians 2.
Oh, that's it.
Galatians 2, and I'm starting at 14. It says, but when I saw that they walked not uprightly, according to the truth of the gospel, I said unto Peter, before them all, if thou, being a Jew, liveth after the manner of Gentiles,
Living after the manner of Gentiles.
yep,
What our people were doing.
that's right.
They were living after the manner of the Gentiles. Go ahead.
And it says, and not as do the Jews. Why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? And basically what he's saying is because the Jews, they were what? They kept the law. All right? But you got to remember, the Howard Shah sent the Apostle Paul to bind the Israelite foreigners back, got to back in by what? By faith. All right? But remember, Peter went to the house of the circumcision. Apostle Paul was set up to go to the house of the uncircumcision. All right? So basically, what he's saying is, you can't allow them to go by the law, because what they rehearse the heathen way, all right? But to drop them back into Yahweh Shai is all about faith. That's why I'm gonna say this in verse 15. We who are Jews by nature, and not sinners of the Gentiles, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law. That's why Yahweh Shai was sent forth to save us. So we're not justified by the law. And that's why Apostle Paul was going to the Israelite foreigners through Galatians and Cappadocia, Rome. All right? Because now it's through Yahweh Shai that you're able to receive salvation. It's not through the law. That's what you got there with, the new covenant. All right? And it says, but by faith in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, even we have believed in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that we might be justified by faith in Mashiach, and not by the works of the law, but by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. You see? By the works of the law, you can't be justified, but through Yahweh Shai, you are justified. You know, that's why he was sent to the Israelite corner, to bring them out of their bondage, because the law will keep you in bondage. See?
Yeah, and that's ultimately why Apostle Paul was persecuting the church, is because that was the standard of being a Jew according to the wicked Pharisees. If you wasn't keeping the law, then you weren't a Jew.
You want that's
So
it.
they were demonizing the church. The Israelites that were in those manner of life according to the Greeks, they was condemning them. And Apostle Paul, once he encountered the Shine enlightened him, right? He gave him the insight. Then he knew what he was doing was wrong. Right? So he literally was repenting as well as edifying the church of Galatians, saying, he was telling them, look, because they knew who he was. They knew in his past life he was a straight demon under them. Which he understood, like, okay, in order for me to reach out to these people, I got to reconcile and let them know, look, now I understand that I was boasting in me keeping of the law and looking down upon y'all, but really, you can't use the law as a weapon in this ministry. Because we all, so can we get Romans 10 and 12? Because we all guilty, right? We all guilty. Because none of us have ever kept the law 100%. So we all need the Hawashai at the end of the day to fulfill that gap, right? We all have a gap way further than we can cover. Can't nobody cover that gap in the Hawashai. When it comes to the sins of our past life, the sins of today, and the sins of the future. Because we still are in a sinful nature. So we are subject to faith in Yahweh Shai to be saved. That's ultimately what we need. But, like Apostle Paul said, do we then void the law through faith? The Most High forbid. No, we establish the law. Okay? So, Apostle Paul was at perfect balance. Go ahead, bro.
This is Romans chapter 10, verse 12.
And who got the word Greek right there? Get it. One of y'all goes on this end. Go ahead.
For there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek. For the same Lord of all is faithful to all that call upon him.
To me, that's talking about the heathens, actually talking about the Israelites during that period that were in those Greek lifestyles. That's what that was referring to. We're going to prove it. Get this word Greek right here. Right? So what's the Greek word for Greek?
This is the word Greek from the Blue Letter Bible, and the Greek word is Helen.
Helen. Right? Go ahead.
The outline of biblical usage, the Greek either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland of the Greek islands or colonists. It said, in a wider sense, the name embraced all nations, not Jews, that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greek their own.
That's it. So if the Jews took on the Greek customs and made the Greek lifestyle your own, you were identified as a Greek. That's why when I was listening to Apostle Holiday, he said, well, the nigga say he a Gentile, then he a Gentile. That's all it takes for you to be a Gentile, is to say you a Gentile, nigga. That's it. But that's what Timothy's father was embracing. He was embracing the Greek culture. He did not accept his Jew identity, you know, his identity as a Jew. He accepted his identity as a Greek. That's just like our people today. They won't accept the fact that they Israelites. They accept that I'm African American. I'm African American. I'm black, like Charleston White. I ain't no Hebrew. I'm a nigga. So, all right, nigga, you a nigga. We ain't trying to force you to accept your inheritance. You can forfeit your inheritance. Thank you. Like my brother Yacht say, better eye chances. More for me, nigga. Fuck you. So we ain't trying to force you to accept your inheritance because we can't. This inheritance in this time is only for the elect. But it's elect amongst these heathens. That's why I want Acts 21. It's elect amongst the heathen that a great work is being done to pull them out of those lifestyles. So with the word Helen in the go ahead, bro. What you got? Go ahead.
It said, what does Hellenistic means in the Bible? This is the AI overview. It said in the Bible, Hellenistic were Greek-speaking Jews.
Greek-speaking Jews.
Can't get around that.
That's who the Greeks are, right there. The Greek-speaking Jews. There's no difference between the Jews that spoke Hebrew and the Jews that spoke Greek. There's no difference. They're still Jews. Because they was forced into that life. That was passed down to them when they was born. They didn't even know nothing about speaking Hebrew because their ancestors was forced to stop speaking Hebrew, keeping Hebrew, the customs of the Jews,
Speaking Greek.
keeping any of the holiday. They was forced into that. Why you think our people so into sports?
Yeah, where you get your gym?
Yeah, athletes.
You say that,
Yeah, that's why our people are dominant in that because that's what they were given in the time of the Greeks. That's what they was given for leisure. You know, but they actually were being same thing now. They actually were being what's the word? Used, for lack of a better word. Just used like you just a toy. If you go to the word athlete, it means an action figure. Yeah. Playman. You say playman, plowman, playman. You a playman. It means something I play with. We want you to make a play. Play for me. Playman. That's what athlete means. Jake be running around with athlete on their chest like it's a fucking choke. Like I'm an athlete. Nigga, you a playman. You a plowman. You a slave.
It wasn't wrong. You had the Coliseum.
Yeah. You had the
Jake was used for what? They were used for
gladiators.
Yeah, gladiators, but it's like entertainment.
Yeah. They would take gladiator games. Yeah. But where they were trained at, they showed you in what's that? Spartacus. They showed they would call it a lunista or something like that. And they really was training naked. They was naked. That's what gym means. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the word gym means, naked. That's why when you go to these gyms, shit, you want to see the fine women, fuck the club. They naked in that.
You can see, we get them
Tight.
young things showing everything.
Yeah.
They look at that camel toe.
Yeah.
They wonder why, you know what I'm saying, you getting them looks.
Yeah. Those experiences. Those experiences in the gym, man. A lot of them women be married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
I ain't getting the attention they want at home.
Yeah. You got the sign up on them, you know.
It's a whole married woman. You in there spotting.
Yeah, hey, quick.
Go ahead.
This athlete in the etymology, a competitor in athletic games and contests, a wrestler, athlete, a prize fighter.
Prize fighter.
That's all what Jake have been in all the captivity for Esau. You know, look at them when you the movie Django. They showing that it was even in this time.
Ran up the tree.
Yeah, but remember the other thing they had fought in front of the master.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, he was the one that won. And he was trying to leave. Well, he got it on spot.
He was the same one?
Yeah,
They let the
no,
dogs
I'm
eat up and shit?
I forgot his name, but he tried to leave though.
No, that was a different one, wasn't it? When they let the dogs eat his ass.
Nah, that wasn't D'Artagnan wouldn't fight right there. That was Eskimo Joe.
Right.
That was Eskimo Joe.
But the fight that went on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was
In the house.
Yeah, make first
In front of the freaks.
And it say playman.
Playman. There you go. Playman.
So it's been always going on.
Yeah. That's why you see old boy with nipples. Steve, look how excited he get. Well, Terrence will eat a man. Look.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah. That nigga ain't got no rhythm. No flavor.
I always remember the Jake. Remember he got mad at Magic Johnson
well, he wasn't Jake, but he got mad at Magic Johnson talking to his woman. Well, why you gotta talk to him? Oh yeah. The old clip was on him.
Yeah, he
Before
wasn't
Steve
talking to
Gadd.
them niggas.
Yeah. I forgot his
Sterling.
name.
David
Sterling. Yeah.
They made a movie, a TV show about that, with starring Al Bundy. The guy who played Al Bundy.
For sure.
Yeah.
I need to check that out.
Yep. Let's get back to it, fellas. We got Helen.
Yeah, I
There's
got
more
the
on there. Did you get that? Let him read that again. Then it's one in the Merriam-Webster too.
Yeah, I got the word Hellenist.
Yeah, Hellenist in the Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, I got it in the compact Bible.
Okay, you get that too. This the word Greek, Acts 21. We're gonna start around 19.
It said, what does Hellenist mean in the Bible? AI overview. In the Bible, Hellenists were Greek-speaking Jews who had adopted Greek culture.
Yeah, right, that's why they said you gotta read it in context. Yeah, when you read it in context, you're gonna see. You're gonna see from the natural Gentile, we got the true heathen, all right, going to the 17 nations, and then you see Gentiles speaking about what? Israelites.
That's it.
That spoke Greek.
That's
They
it.
kept Greek customs.
Yep.
You know, but like I said, you gotta do it in context.
Yeah. So here it is. Like we already in full. We foolproof this several times.
Right.
It's just coming back around.
Yeah.
That's it. And you got these new niggas on the block. You know, they just coming with the bullshit to try to deceive Israel because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And when you go into the book of Maccabees, it say wicked men that made covenants with the heathen. That's all these niggas are. These just them niggas from same
Coming
niggas
back.
doing their time coming back, making covenants with the heathen. That's why we suspect you niggas that took a bag.
You gotta remember that the Lord said that everybody come back in their lot
Yeah.
in this time. Because a prophet subject to what?
Because wearing hats
A
while you
prophet.
prophesying, that's a Greek custom too, motherfucker.
So a false prophet is subject to what? A false prophet. So they back.
Can't stand you niggas, man. But it ain't about you. Like I said, it's really about the elect at the end of the day.
It's doctrine sake.
Yep. Cause see, really, it really like annoy you that you gotta keep going back. Oh, but we gotta keep going through. That's why I say we gotta really all we gotta do, like the Elder Kazak said, like the Lord wants us to go back to the basics. That's it. We gotta do it. So we can't just go through these topics and skim through them because we fully understand them. We gotta still break it down. You know what I'm saying? They say break down the meat. And this topic is meat. So it's gotta be broke down into baby milk. Gotta be broke down.
Yeah, but you know, like in order to feed a baby, that's why you're old. Steak, you gotta chew the meat first.
Yep.
You know, so you gotta chew it up to bitty pieces, then you can feed the baby that.
Yep.
You know, that's basically how the process is going. Chewing the meat fudgy, then let you eat that, you break it down, or make it plain upon table. This ain't hard to understand the Greek and the Gentile. You know, Jake just make it so, you know what I'm saying?
Did you want Esau to be saved?
Yep.
That's what it's really about.
Yeah, that was boiled down to.
But he can't be saved. He can't, what oh, you can't turn the whole
Salvation is what?
Nah,
Far from the wicked.
Far.
Look, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. All right?
That's 101.
Come on, man. You
That
can't
God
turn.
code 101.
He cannot be saved.
But I love him, man. I love him. I love
They're
him,
gonna
man.
be way in the future. They'll be nowhere near the house. They'll be nowhere near the house. And if you don't even know what it means to live in a house. like you don't even know what it like a house. Oh nigga, you don't know house. Told that nigga like Major Payne did them boy. I'm gonna put his ass. I'm gonna put his ass. I'm
They
gonna
have
have.
the head sticking out.
They didn't want to sleep. What they call the place where they had a soldier sleep in. You know, they didn't want to sleep in there.
The berries.
The berries. They didn't want to sleep in there. So he put their ass in the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
All your head, all
well,
your head sticking out.
Yeah, you just have your head sticking out. Yo, flip them niggas up like crops every day. All right, niggas. All right, get y'all ass up, go to work. And clean and make the bed. Make the bed. That's how you them pounds of dirt. Get them holes up, nigga. And when you get ready to go back to bed, dig them holes again.
Right.
That's your house.
Yeah, that's what the Lord got coming from him. There's no way that the Lord gonna allow some to be alright. No, nigga, one being alright, they can cause the whole nation to be alright. Just one. No. The Lord gonna do. Come on, bro.
The Lord said every one of y'all going into captivity.
Every last one of them. Not some,
Yeah.
not many, not a couple, not a few. He said all. Let's start with Esau, Edom. I gotta do is go to Psalms 83rd chapter. So let's start with Esau, Edom first, then it trickle down to all the rest of these nations. All right? The Lord got something for y'all ass, man, and we out here to proclaim that in front of you, man. All right? All the nations must hear their judgment. Let's start with Esau. All right? So when it comes down to the Gentiles, this is like going to be back into the word through Yahweh shop, right? All right? So even the scripture say there's only one name given among men under heaven that you should be saved by. And we know that the name of Yahweh shop is what? It's dreadful among the heathen. So how the fuck is heathen gonna be saved? Because you gotta call a name of Yahweh shop to be saved. See that? So if you call the name of the Lord, guess what? You an Israelite, man. Because his name is dreadful among the heathen. Even 2/3. You know? Because we're going to come to a point that even those that's in the house around Israel, when they're going to try to call upon the Lord, what he said, I would not hear this. You know, what he say? Get far from me, I never knew thee. Thou workers of a nigga, so how the fuck these heathens going to escape that? No way, Jose. You got to go out.
Yo, you ready to go to that Acts?
Yeah, come.
All right. We just started at 17, and after you read verse 18, I want Dom to get James 1 and 1. Right? All right, so y'all brothers, y'all listen up. Check this out, all right?
This is Acts 21, verse 17. It says, and when we were come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. And the day following, Paul went in with us into James, and all the elders were present.
So this Paul, he returned to Jerusalem after his journey, going around on his mission, right? To the different churches, right? Coming back to Jerusalem, he said James, which was his elder, James was one of the 12. He said James was there, right? So James 1 and 1.
This is James, chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High, and of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad greetings.
All right, so, right, James, let it be known that this ministry was always to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Now, James was Paul's elder. Go ahead, bro.
And look,
Read verse 18 again and keep going.
Yeah, because on verse 18, he said, brother. And he just read in Romans 9, who was the Apostle Paul's brother? Those that who are Israelites according to what? The flesh. All right, so that's how you know that he went, all right, to Israel, man. Okay.
Yeah, read 18 again.
This Acts 21 and 18. It says, and the day following, Paul went in with us unto James, and all the elders were present. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry.
Let's read 19. Not one more time, but two more times.
Acts 21 and 19. It says, and when he had, and when he had saluted them, he declared particularly.
So he came in, he saluted on the wall. Y'all was some shop about the thigh. He saluted the elders. He saluted, right? And then, go ahead.
It says, he declared particularly.
He declared particularly. He was particular. What did he declare?
It says, what things the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry.
So what does the word wrought mean?
It says,
The word wrought.
it says to make, with names of things made to produce.
So he started declaring what he had produced. It should say work somewhere. The strong side. might say work in there. So he was declaring his work. He was declaring, you see it?
Oh, yeah. Bring forth work.
Bring forth work. So
Big.
yeah, so he started telling them what he had been doing. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Shot. So let's see what he told them. Read 19, then third time now, and now let's go to 20.
All right. Acts 21:19. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry.
Among the Gentiles. Go ahead.
It says in verse 20, and when they heard it, they glorified the Lord.
They glorified the Lord. Why? Because now they've been brought back to the rest of the Lord through Yahweh Shah. But let them finish off. Go ahead.
It says, and said unto him, thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law.
Keep going.
It says, and they are informed of thee,
And they are informed of thee,
that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles.
oh, see, you gotta elevate the point. That's the point right there. See, when you read, that's where you got. See, because Jake don't hear good. That's where you gotta put emphasis. That's the part they just can't seem to fucking catch. Read it again and put emphasis on highlight the point.
Acts 21:21, it says, and they are informed of thee, that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles.
Which are among the Gentiles. He's teaching the Jews that are among the Gentiles.
Got her. And that goes back to what? Deuteronomy 20:64.
That's what Apostle Paul Acts was all about. Him teaching the Jews that were among the Gentiles. Not teaching the actual Gentiles, the heathens, even though wherever he was, they were among them, so they had to get taught by default. But they can't accept it because it's not for them. That's why Romans, he declared, to whom pertaineth the adoption, who are Israel. Why would he make it specific who his people are, who his tribe is, who he's specifically talking to, if it was for everybody?
Right, it was just opened up.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been no point. That would have been irrelevant. He just been wasting his breath.
Then he say, who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? My kinsmen, according to the flesh. Not according to the customs that they keep.
Go ahead. It says, to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs.
You got it, I know.
This is St. John chapter 7:35. It says, in the NIV, it says, the Jews said to one another,
The Jews said to one another,
where does this man intend to go?
Talk about Yahweh Shah.
You got it.
Go ahead, you got it.
You got it.
You got it. You know, I just wanted to make it known who they was talking about. Go ahead.
It says, where does this man intend to go that we cannot find him?
Yep.
Will he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks, and teach the Greeks?
I want you to highlight the point though.
Yeah. That's what you gotta highlight when you read. That's how you edify. You gotta highlight the point. And your voice connotation gotta change. But you just talk normal. They don't understand. They don't got ears to hear. They could be sitting up here till you listening. They wait till you finish reading so I can make my point. But when you get to the point, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? But really, you don't got to. I'm just saying that's just how I teach. You don't got to, but it makes sense because Jake don't listen. You be reading and Jake will miss the whole point. You just be getting, it's like you rocking the baby to sleep. And if you don't, you rocking the baby to sleep, you gotta stay quiet and consistent. So if you read like that, you know what I'm saying? They gonna go to sleep. Well, when you get to the point, if you hit that emphasis on the point,
Yeah.
calm down, man. It's okay. It's okay. You know, and that's what we're dealing with. They get emotional when we tell them the truth, or they know the truth, like these people that saying the Gentiles can make it, and then get sold out. They know.
In John 7:35 in the NIV, the Jews said to one another, "Where does this man intend to go that we cannot find him? Will he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks?"
Where he go where our people live, scattered among the Greeks.
And teach the Greeks?
Now, the whole thing that they said was, where does he intend to go where we cannot go? What does this link up with? Why are they saying that? Why are they saying they can't go there? Who told them they can't go there? Well, let's get the precept. Let's get the precept. See, so they were already told not to go and teach this ministry among the Gentiles. Yeah, you can get it. It's in Luke as well. Yup. You can get whichever one. You go ahead, yo. Yup. It's in Luke and Matthew. Whichever one y'all want to get.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not."
So that's why they were saying what they were saying. Where will he go if we cannot go? Will he go to the where our people are scattered amongst the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Because he told them not to teach the Gentiles. Is that why he's leaving us behind? Because he's gonna go where he told us not to go? Which he wasn't even talking about that. So why was that written? That's the golden nugget. That's the golden nugget. Yahushua wasn't even talking about that when he told them they can't go where he was about to go. He was talking about his crucifixion. So that was written for us. The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. They weren't even close to what he was talking about. But that was a purpose for edification in this time. And the reason why he was telling them not to go and teach the Gentiles, because that was Paul's office to be carried out first. And not only that, that was the mission to go. The first thing was to go to the Jews first anyway, because that was the prophecy.
You had to do how they put you grab people how to use the item.
Right. Right. Let's say I will provoke you to jealousy. Yep. So when the disciples were first with Yahushua before he was crucified, they were not on the level of discernment.
They had the Holy Spirit.
They didn't have the Holy Spirit. Ding ding. They didn't have the Holy Spirit. Well, they didn't have the fullness. So I'm gonna say this. They didn't have the full portion of the Holy Spirit. They had the Holy Spirit, but it had to be, Spirit got to be built up. So he was in the time of building them up. That's what disciples mean. They weren't apostles yet. They were disciples. They weren't apostles until after they ultimately Yahushua sacrifice was fulfilled, and then they got built up through the Holy Spirit coming down. Let's say Acts the 2nd chapter. The wind, the mighty wind, that was the Holy Spirit, which happened during the time of Pentecost, which was 50 days after Yahushua's crucifixion.
Yep. This is just going back to the time I was speaking about. This is Romans 2 and 10. This is Romans 2 and 10, and it says, "But glory, honor, and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, and also to the Gentile." Yep. So the circumcision, that's why they have to be open up to the circumcision first. Yeah. Go back to Peter. Yeah. You know, and then for Peter, they say he was the circumcision, Apostle Paul said that he was going to the uncircumcision.
Yeah, because even in the Old Testament, it's set up prophesying.
Then it
So,
says,
he really, because the mission was for him to go to the Jews first and then go to the Gentiles. And the reason was because the jealousy had to be provoked in order for Yahushua to be crucified. Who crucified Yahushua? Who ultimately crucified Yahushua? The Jews. The leaders. So I say judgment begins with the leaders. So they had to, like, that was purposely done to fulfill prophecy. They had their role. It had to be provoked to jealousy. But it had to be a righteous provocation, though. Because if he had just came and went to the Gentile, you know?
and then like this was stated, the Lord not to respect that person.
Yeah.
I thought we got it. And it says, verse 11, for there is no respect of person with the Most High Yahweh.
Because he deal with the nation, he deal with nations. So one of us went off, we all went off. Like you can't say, well, man, I wasn't doing what they was doing. Man, that wasn't me. I didn't do it, Lord, that was them. Hey, we all guilty. We all guilty. Now, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, sure enough. But so far it hasn't had a Lord judge, you got to go through Jacob's trouble too.
Right. I can't go out of law. Law kept us in bondage.
And another thing too, you know, they cuss that whole goddamn rapture doctrine. And you know, like we, Look, what you mean? What make us more innocent than them? What give us the get out of jail free card, so to speak? Get out of destruction free card. You know, no, not being tested at all. No, we just gonna completely skip y'all. Like go there, put no cheat, no cheat code. You just go through the whole thing, untouched, you don't lose no energy, no. Yeah, we got prepare our soul for temptation.
That's what all goes back to. Prepare yourself for temptation. Because the biggest temptation known to man is the hour temptation, man. Where every God on this planet gonna have to be tried with it, man. We're gonna have to be tried. But the elect, we're part of the elect number, we're gonna persevere. We're probably out this out there. You know? But I want to focus back in on that Matthew 10 though, man. And this was the commandment from our Lord and Savior, how it's shot, man.
Yeah.
Right down to that time.
This is back at Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Those Gentiles are actually heathens, man.
Right.
Non-Israelites. Go ahead.
Why he say that? They could be saying, no, going back to Western country. All right, that's them the natural brothers. Those are the heathens. All right, go ahead.
And into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not.
Why he say that? You gotta go to the history.
It changed.
I got it right here.
Take it off.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
We'd rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
It will be the wrong
When
way.
you go to them, what it said, preach. Did we get that part?
That ain't it, huh? Yeah, it is. Oh, shit. That's cool right there, bro.
It's back at Matthew chapter 10, verse 7. It said, but go. It said,
Get another cord.
but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
How they were lost? Because they have to scatter among
Yeah, that's
the
gonna
heathen.
block that off.
They lost their
No, I ain't
identity.
gonna do it
Yeah,
this way.
you can pick one, an Israelite from a Greek then. All right, why? Because they kept the country for the heathen. Tattoos, you know,
You ain't
all
got
types
your-
of
Like the same.
bad acts they was doing.
Yeah,
You ain't got your like.
what's John 4, right? This
Nah.
is Samaritan one. They said if you not, don't go to a Samaritan, right?
Yeah.
So let me go and bring this out real quick. 2 Kings chapter 17, let's start at 22. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did, that departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. 24. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cuthah, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Seraphim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. So you had heathens in that land instead of in the Samaritan cities, man. It wasn't the children of Israel because the northern kingdom had went into captivity, man. Right? So the king of Syria had brought in heathens, man. So you gotta go into the history to understand the mystery, man. You make a point.
And in John, the 4th chapter, that ties that history in. Why that lady, this American woman at the well, she thought she had ties to the inheritance. Because they were putting those even allowing them to be priests. Like they're going to allow the heathen to basically take on our inheritance. And they were placing them in those cities in Samaria. That's why she was talking the way she was talking. You know, trying to tell the Lord what a place of worship was. You know, talking about our fathers. Like, we don't know. Your fathers ain't got nothing to do with this inheritance. Jerusalem is the place of worship. And that was a spiritual statement that he made, because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. You know, even though the capital, the physical dwelling of our people is Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. That's why he really was saying, after he said that salvation is of the Jews, you know, the true worshipers, and salvation is of the Jews. The time is come for the true worshipers. And the only ones that can worship, Yahweh Shai are the Israelites, the true Israelites.
And Apostle Paul said that he broke it down in Romans 9th chapter, especially when you read it in the NLT. That Lord gave them the privilege of worshiping him.
Yep.
The heathens don't got the privilege of worshiping the God that created the heavens and the earth.
Yep. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Exactly. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why they got idols. That's why they worship. Man.
He said you will not worship in this mountain nor the next. Because you weren't set up to worship. Like, the heathens can't worship the Yahweh Shai.
Hey, that's why you got Deuteronomy 28:64. So he's going to scatter us to their land, and then we're going to worship what? God that our forefathers never knew of God. See the wood of stone. So what happens? Like the Israelites went into these captivities, they took on the custom of their rulers, man. What happened in the time of the Babylonians? Dealing with Nebuchadnezzar, that statue. Oh, this might be captivity. What happened? They had to bow down to the side.
The heathen was made for our sake. The heathen was made to honor and serve us.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 6:54.
What the other scriptures say, that in Psalms, ask of me, and I will give you the heathen for thine inheritance. So we were set up, so-called people Latino Native Americans, right? The true biblical Israelites, we are the only nation that was set up to directly worship the Yahweh Shai. The heathens were set up to serve, honor, and really worship us when we go back to our God state. like when we get the kingdom of heaven, the other nations gonna be bowing down to us like gods.
Yeah. That's in Isaiah 41. That
Yeah.
it should bring forth forces of the Gentiles.
Yeah. Yep.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
It's Romans chapter 9, verse 4 in the NLT. It says, they are the people of Israel chosen to be the Most High's adopted children.
Yep.
Yahweh revealed his glory to them.
He revealed his glory to them. What's his glory? His word. His judgment.
And then he said in Isaiah also, he said, I will not give my glory to another.
Right. And the judgment is really like, because we don't get, I was saying it in a lesson I did dealing with that word crown, right? The crown is a physical thing. Yeah, we're going to get it. But the real crown is our judgment. Go back, what proves that? Go back to King Solomon. What did King Solomon really get that made him?
Well,
He got the wisdom, which wisdom means judging rightly. Wisdom really means righteous judgment. Our crown is not a physical thing, man. Like, our crown is a spiritual thing. We got a crown of judgment. We don't get that physical crown because of the wisdom. It's all spiritual.
That's what we have to bring forth.
A kingdom.
this is Romans chapter 9, picking up in verse 4. He made covenants with them and gave them his law. He gave them the privilege of worshiping him.
Woo! That's the privilege. That's the privilege. Woo!
Hey, I'm pretty sure y'all Israelites, man. We got the privilege of worshiping them.
Yep.
The other nation don't. Why? Because of Psalms 147 and 19. He shows his words unto who? To Jacob. His laws and statutes, commandments to who? To Israel. Not no other nation. Because he said he was like spit. Or a drop it coming from a bucket, man. All right? But he's not giving his words unto no one but Israel.
He said,
Nah, he ain't charging. It's not charging.
Yeah, as far as his judgment,
They have not known.
They don't know it.
They don't know his judgment.
Why? Because it ain't given up to them. When it came down to the law was given up to who? Israel.
That's our crown. That's our crown.
That's our kryptonite.
Yeah.
You know? That's why you have a sign coming to what? Deliver us from that. As in Matthew 1 and 21. All right? What? To save his people from what? Their sin.
Yeah.
All right? That's what he came to do.
Hold it.
Not the whole world. No, that world is speaking about Israel, man. Cosmos. You got it, go ahead.
Yep, all right. He gave them the privilege of worshiping him and receiving his wonderful promises.
And that's a gift. Remember, like Romans 9 concerning the spiritual gift? That's a gift.
I would not have the gift of heaven concerning spiritual gifts.
That's it.
That's the main spiritual gift. The privilege of worshiping Yahweh That's right.
We get on this topic, my phone about to die, man.
Oh, man. Since when it started down?
It ain't never died that fast, man.
It's still alive, though, right?
Yeah, we still alive. I'm trying to plug it up. It never died like this.
Plug it up.
Verse 5, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are their ancestors, and Yahweh HaMashiach himself was an Israelite as far as his human nature is concerned. And he,
Yeah. Because through Abraham came what? The seed of Isaac. Which you go into the reincarnation as is Yahweh Shai.
What translation that is?
the NLT.
Yeah. And see, they still go off a little bit.
Yeah,
You know, as far as his human nature is concerned. Because that's coming from a Christian that translated that with the belief that the Lord's father is not Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Because he still, like, he was 100% human. He wasn't no Arab. Like, you know what I'm saying? A demigod.
There you go, charging now. You should be in the game.
Okay.
Being like clean.
died
So like it's
in the flesh. In the full flesh.
It behooves him to be made
Like unto his brethren. So Joseph was his earthly father, just as well as Mary was his earthly mother.
Keep it sacrifice cover all. Something more elite and special.
Yeah.
Because he
Came in the sinful nature of the flesh.
Yeah, you know how the flesh is.
Yeah, he conquered it.
Yeah, he overcame it.
Yeah, and that's the main reason he didn't mess with no women.
Right.
But he knew in his past life he had 1,000 of them. He was with nothing trouble.
So he had a flashback.
These bitches won't hold me back. Not this time.
Get out of here. I give him the key. And you got brothers like that in the truth. Yeah. Elders, I know Elder Malcolm like that in Chicago. Now, I mean, you deal with women, but I'm saying like certain women, he's like, look, hey, I get him in the kingdom. Man, I ain't got time for that.
Now you got, even I heard him talk about a brother in his camp, but he didn't mention his name. He said, yeah, that brother said, man, I don't want none of these, he don't want none of these women. You know? Like, no, I'm straight. I get women in the kingdom. I don't want them. And that's basically what you would consider like a unit. You know? You got certain brothers out there that's like that, like, man, fuck these women. My salvation ain't worth it, you know? Because every brother ain't built to deal with these women. And Apostle Paul said that too. It's better if you didn't have a woman. But if you're burning, you gotta do what you gotta do. Wish I was that strong.
You gotta pray though. A lot of brothers don't be praying when they dealing with women.
Yeah.
You get a woman, man, you gotta pray, hey, that the Lord keep you on the right path with dealing with a woman so you don't fall.
Yeah.
Look how many brothers we done had among us that fell out because of a goddamn woman. A goddamn woman. You let the woman pull you out, man. But she's strong though. It tell you that in 2nd Ezra chapter 2. I don't think she just, you know.
All black woman.
Yeah. I don't think she just, you know, you can just play around. She'll get you.
Fine she
The
is.
traps, the snares,
The finer she is, the biggest demon she is.
Man.
That's why, boy, you get something, you get you something and you see how bad she is, boy, you better be thinking it's a trap. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's a trap.
They stop coming to fellowship, lesson there, you know, what's going on? Brother got a woman. If I was trying to get this real quick, this Baruch 4:4, it says, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. And that's straight to the point, man. You know, we've been blessed to be able to know what pleases Yahweh Shalom, man. And it's really the elect, man. Because you got 2/3 of Israel, they still don't got a clue on what to do to please the Lord, right?
They can't get right.
They can't get it.
Something wrong with the hearing.
They got selective healing too, man.
Robert Johnson, they dead. He had word out the real understanding. They Robert Johnson.
This is it's the 2nd Ezra 6, verse 54.
Now, that's what I'm saying about the natural Gentile as we see now is really no one. It's in the stores. You know, just in these British salons. You know, you got Moab. You know what I'm saying? The British shop. Not British shop, but the
Moab in the beauty shop.
yeah, but they doing the toes.
Nail salon.
You know, you got the Hamites that sit in the beauty shop.
Ishmael, they in the gas station.
Yeah, so you start to see how these heathens became Lord over us. All right? Prophecy speak for itself. So we talking about the heathen to be saved. What the fuck they need to be saved for? First of all.
What?
All right? They not under the condition of the Israelites. They're not suffering like the Israelites.
The heathens got their own God.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to say, all right, heathens called on the house by sitting on the shop. You ain't gonna find them.
Show me the heathen law where we can be saved.
Right.
They don't give a damn about you. They ain't trying to save you, nigga. They feed you all type of abominations. Knowing they won't eat it. I remember it was a video of Ishmaelite. That motherfucker offered him $200 to eat a piece of chicken that he cooked in his store. You wouldn't do it, huh? You're like, no. You're like, bro, you said
eat his own shit.
He won't even eat his own shit. That you cooked.
Dogs,
Like you try that when you go to Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, you taste it.
When you get your plate, like, tell me what you think. Eat some. I know. I eat already. I eat already. I eat already.
So now you can see the fulfillment of the heathen. All right, we got the natural verse of the Gentiles. All right, go ahead.
Yep. This is 2nd Ezra 6:54. It says that after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right.
It says, all this have I spoke before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Right, which are the Israelites. When we come to that world, there's only made for free. Which is the kingdom of heaven.
It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam.
Now here it is, these are the Gentiles. All right, the 17 nations. Following Esau Edom. Go ahead.
It says, thou hast said that they are nothing.
See, they ain't shit. So how the Lord gonna deliver them? When he just said they ain't nothing. You ain't gonna deliver nothing, man. No. The Lord has said we are the apple of his eye. All right? We mean something to the Lord. We precious to the Lord. He said he has chosen us to be a peculiar before him. All right?
It says, but be like unto spittle.
He likes to spit, man.
Man has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
And he's talking about all the heathens, not some, not a couple of them, all right? But all. The reason why the heathens become more open is because prophecy had to be fulfilled. When you go in that problem, Lazarus in the rich all right, and it tells you how the dog was going to the other nation and helping the wounds.
And that parable alone show you that they can't be saved.
Yeah, that they join hands. They say hand in hand join with the wicked. They should not go unpunished. All right. So by default, the heathen, the natural heathen, they had going to captivity. And guess what? You want them to be saved, your ass going along with them. Your ass going down. You ain't going to captivity, but your ass gonna be destroyed with it. All right. First up.
It's Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
That's why 2 Thessalonians 1:6 says, sin is a righteous thing with the Most High Yahweh. It says, sin is a righteous thing. The recompense means to pay back, all right, tribulation to those that what? That trouble you. You see that? So this is the payback. Go ahead.
It says, and all thine adversaries.
Not some.
And all thine adversaries.
Not everybody but your favorite.
And all thine adversaries.
All they ass, man. It's over with.
Adversary means enemy.
That's right. And who are enemies to the Lord? Psalms 83 chapter. You can't get around it.
You go to salvation. Salvation means rescue from the enemy.
Yeah, saved from the enemy.
Yeah, saved from the enemy. So he gonna save us from our enemies and save the enemies. He gonna save us from the enemies and save the enemies.
And then look, we in the chariot. We're part of the
We on the chariot in the ceremony in Yahweh side. We got the heaters in the background.
This guy trying to kill you.
Yeah, they clapping while we toasting. They in the back.
Yeah.
I'm glad he stopped us. I'm glad he stopped us from whooping y'all ass. Yeah.
Come on, man.
It don't make sense, man. They're not gonna be on the chariots, man.
No, it's just like boiling water. You can't mix it all. Man. You know, a snake, you know, what's that? Gotta keep it monkeys. It's on the site every time.
So they're gonna got every law.
Yeah.
All down. He didn't want to goddamn chariots, man.
Nah.
All right? He saw the 144,000, and 1/3, and he saw Yahweh they crowded them. Yeah. You see them motherfucking heathens on the chariot in the background. Y'all saw one heathen. He was over there cleaning the glasses.
Yeah.
Drink out young.
Yeah, he was wiping the sea of glass.
Y'all see?
Everybody good? Everybody
Then B&T, Grammy concert or whatever. Started beginning Grammy, such and such one.
You got all this shit there.
Yeah, everybody there.
Yeah, you got everybody there.
Got the nominees, 4 of them.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, Beyonce.
Nah.
Who else? And Beyonce get the award, Taylor Swift. Big down south, she mad at the motherfucker. They ain't even there.
No, that's because that's salvation. They're delivered from your enemy.
Right.
All right? And that's what the Lord coming to do. He coming to save us. All right? Go ahead.
Hey, hold Psalms 119, 155.
I'm going to finish this. It says, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
What is captivity, man? All right? Because the classic of Revelation 13th chapter, all right, give you a preacher of the heathen. All right, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right, and start with Esau Edom.
How you get salvation out of captivity?
I don't even know.
How you get that? I just want to know, like, salvation, captivity. Captivity, salvation. You want to go to jail? You want to go home? You can't compare the two.
It says, they that spoil thee shall be the spoil. Hey, you know they've been bought to pay for, man. They know, but they teaching false doctrine for what filthy lucre.
Hey, Baba Kushak, can I get a precept to back up our adversaries, exactly who they are?
Go ahead.
Can I just, adversary, last time I checked, it means enemy, right? This is Psalm 83. All right, it says, the Most High implored to confound his enemies. It says, a Psalm of Asaph, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Shai, hold not thy peace, be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
See, they became proud. Why? Because they have the Israelites in their possession.
Yep.
They have waxed rich. All these nations have become rich off the back of who? The Israelites. Go ahead.
It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And that's where you get those summit meetings. All right, the round table meetings. All right, that's how they make, covenant against Israel. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
Right, which are the Israelites.
In the AMP, it says they concoct crafty schemes against your people.
Right. To this day.
And conspire together against your hidden and precious ones.
There you go. So if you think about the movies it's all the way. It's all to dump you down. Television, internet, period. That's why the internet is for only one use. And that's the what? To see this word.
Yep.
Because within anything else, it straight your mind from the truth.
Yep.
It straight your mind away from your high by sound of purpose. All right?
Yep. That's why they turn rap music into what it is today.
Yeah. Yep. When rappers came out, it was all about a conscience.
Yep.
Conscious now. All right? Now, how from conscious to 2025 is straight drill music, straight violence.
Yep.
But here it is, fight the power. Coming together, brother, get your mind right. Yo, we little, back in New York when they first brought up the rap, going back and forth, freestyling.
Bringing the drugs into the community.
And now
that was one of the schemes.
Yeah, that's one of the schemes. That's right.
Yep.
The guns.
They have said, come and let us wipe them out as a nation.
See that?
Let the name of Israel be remembered no more.
Exactly, and that's what they try to do through the crack era.
Yep.
Yep. That epidemic, that was a heavy. Huh? Yeah, that was heavy, man. Going back to that.
Come let us wipe them out.
Yeah, I'm trying to wipe them out. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the war on game. You know, they trying to wipe them out. You know what I'm saying? She had took us to Chicago, New York, Memphis. It was just going down for a certain period of time of just straight violence against Israel on Israel. All right, but it's all in the hand of South orchestrated this. All right, it says, for they have conspired together with one mind against you. Yeah, because wherever East Indian people told you, never have they ever told us who we were. You know? But when the small Jacob called the person they had, they on the bridge calling for help. You know? They want us to join in with them because they get persecuted. See the boxing that? Damn these nations, man. These fucking heathens cannot be saved. Get over it, Jake. Don't take what you gotta. Hey, you go to jail for your high by shooting outside. Stand up for your right. Jake, just you know nobody they're gonna sell out like this, man. Go ahead, Ty.
That's why I say he's gonna rise up together.
Get the eagles. Yeah, Jake, you know how Jake say if you don't stand for something, you are fall for anything. You see he was falling, man, but that ain't trying to stand up for the truth.
Better than rising up.
They
rising up with it.
They take it on.
Rising up with it. And it says, for they have conspired together with one mind against you, they make a covenant.
Yeah.
The tents of Edom.
Who?
The tents of Edom.
Yeah, that's off the rip. How they say it off the Walker chopper.
Number one.
That's number one.
Uno.
He ain't say Moab first. He said Edom. So why? Because they're the head of this shit.
That's the first nigga that's gonna get cut off. Edom, the Israelites, Moab.
Yep. The Lord got so special for Moab. He don't stop to sit out Moab. You know? Go ahead.
Hagarites,
Yep.
Jabal, Ammon.
They're dealing with the so-called Africans, man.
Yep. Ammon, Amalek. Philistines.
See that? The Philistines are Hamites.
Yep.
Today they want to talk about Palestinians, talking about the East Indians.
Yep.
But no, the two Philistines are the Hamites and the new bones and shit.
Yep.
You're stinking ass Tom.
Philistines.
Hey, look.
Bobo.
Man, I'm going through. We're going through, man. We're going to get out. We're going to get out and jump straight up and down. I'm talking no salt. No salt. But you could tell, going back into these heathens have became to be Lord over us. All right, they all in cahoots.
Yep.
They know the Hebrew, doing all these nations. They in cahoots.
The G20 summit.
Yeah, the Sunday league.
So when it said all your enemies gonna go into captivity,
All
these motherfuckers I just named going into captivity.
That's right. And that's why the Lord is stirring up war. All right? Because he's going to allow them to fight against each other. All right? Just to stir that up, to build that fire up, that tits up, and you have a second catch the cloud and destroy all their ass, man. And everyone that's left, all right, throughout the earth, they go into captivity. But here at Babylon the Great, they all going to the smoke, man.
Yeah, we come in, we slide our way in.
Man.
Right? Who ever thought?
Bro, that's a real Jake move too. They just slide through, slide through the creek. Okay, it's still open.
We coming through the front door though, right? You know?
Yeah, but we're gonna, like I say, in that day, the elect gonna have spiritual power. So we're gonna be able to just walk through the door. You know what I'm saying? A prep on. That's why they're gonna be. hey, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a sight to see. That power.
Yeah. Yeah, because we the next superpowers in the earth, man.
Right, bro.
Not you Moabites, man. Who told y'all that?
Matter of fact, grab 1 Corinthians 15, starting 22.
Look,
Right here.
you got Psalms 119? Yeah. I want to bring this out.
Go ahead.
This
Yeah, 1
Psalms,
Corinthians 15, started like 20.
this Psalms 119 and 155, it says, salvation is far from the wicked, but they seek not thy statutes.
That's it.
We can break it down.
Yeah, it's far from the wicked.
Yeah, who is the wicked? Malachi, the folks that can tell me that Esau is. Salvation is far for them. They're never going to get it. They will never see salvation.
It ain't in them.
You know?
Cause they was born to be the wicked. When we go to Romans, it said Romans the 9th chapter. Alright? The justice for honor. And he created a justice for dishonor. Esau is the justice for what? It's dishonor. So he profane, he cannot. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. A left cannot change his spot.
Well, it say salvation is far from the wicked, and then when you read in the scriptures, it addresses Israel as saviors.
Yeah.
Right? So, what did it say in Obadiah concerning when Jacob and Joseph was going to be to Esau Edom?
A house, it said,
A fire,
fire in there.
Joseph a flame, and Esau for stubble. And there will be none remaining of the house of Esau.
Because who has spoken? Who has spoken? Thus said the Lord, not us. The Lord said that.
I ain't put that in the Lord's
Right. No, the Lord said that. We know the Heavenly Father Yahweh is a man that he cannot lie.
So these niggas speaking against the Lord.
Yeah.
You can't make the Lord a liar.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Lord to stop shit up you guys.
Yeah. Remember, the Most High is not mocked.
I want to watch the Lord.
Don't see it.
I want to watch it.
You can bring them hither.
Yep. Just lay down the
You
board.
slay them. But they don't want to follow up under the rule, the shift, or the righteous judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They want to
Establish their own.
Yup. With the heathens.
Yup.
Yeah, because God, remember the Lord, when we come out from chariots in Jerusalem, when we let come out from chariots, we go into the other countries, where we heathens in, when we worship their God, because all this is all the same. All this shit get broken up. You know? All the gods get burnt up, man. And they ass going right in captivity. Alright? And then after 1,000 years, that's when they're going to start to learn our ways. And that's what we're going to say, because why? And how it's happening to put down all rule and authority on earth as it is in heaven.
You know, 1,000 years gonna be long. Yeah. One day gonna be long.
One day gonna be like one day gonna be like this.
Like the day been long.
Yeah.
Right now, shit, quickly, you know, that shit, next week.
Clock on TikTok way different. Take 60 seconds a minute. Take 60 seconds a minute.
One day can feel like a whole year. Just imagine one day feel like a whole year. One day. But that's why I guess I want to see these bozos up to, cause the freedom, because he knows what's at stake.
Ain't gonna be no daylight.
They gonna be on daylight saving time. It ain't gonna matter.
It ain't gonna matter.
It don't matter because you're gonna work. You're gonna work from 7 to 7. You're gonna have every shift.
Then we got power to eliminate the elements.
Ain't no weekend. It's 1,000-year end. Your shit don't end till 1,000 years. 1,000-year end. Ain't no weekend.
And then on top of that, ain't no division among Israel.
Yeah.
You see, that's how you know that our king is going to reign forever, because the Lord going to cut out the division, because it's the what? They're part of the curses. And we finna come out of them curses. The Lord said He's going to give us a new covenant. You know, He been put the laws in us. So ain't going to be no more war between the flesh and the flesh.
Hey, you know what? Them niggas that said the Gentiles could be saved, I hope the Lord make their ass miss out on the whole 1,000 years. Don't get them. Yeah, don't even come back. These are the type of niggas I hope they don't even get to come back until the 1,000 years is over with. Yeah, you want them to be saved, right? Okay. We saved you to see him. I don't want none of them niggas coming through. I don't want none of you Genesis niggas coming through my loins. None of you niggas coming through my loins. Hell no. They're not gonna whip from me. You ain't gonna hear no whip from me. You wanna say these motherfuckers? Okay. You come back after the 1,000 years over with. Miss out on all of them.
Yeah, you gotta hear about it.
You gotta hear about it.
Yeah.
You know, you remember you wanted to save them. So we saved your ass to 1,000 years is over.
22.
Okay. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 21. For since by man came death, by man came also the resurrection of the dead. For as in Adam all die, even so in the anointing shall all be made alive.
There you go, through Yahweh shot. You know? That's why he came. Go ahead.
Verse 23, but every man in his own order. Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the first fruits, afterward, they that are anointed in his coming.
Right, so you got Yahweh Shai, got King David, the 12, 144,000, and 1/3, and then you got, you know what I'm saying, the rest of Israel. All right, so he's going to be in that order. All right, that's why he go back to the ceremony. He said, who is that? They crowned them. He said, Yahweh Shai. All right, go ahead. In that order.
Then cometh the end.
Then what?
Then cometh the end.
And they're going to be the end of who? All right, because the beginning of this which follows the kingdom of heaven going to Jacob is when we come down out the chariots. All right, to divide those kings, like you said, Psalms 137, dividing their kings with chains, and they know with feathers of iron. All right, to what? To execute what? Judgment. All right, go ahead. It's going to go into that. To execute judgment. It's coming, go ahead.
Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of the Most High.
Right.
So like the kingdom to the Most High.
Right.
Even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
That's what Yahweh Shai coming to do. That's why they say he coming like a man. He's not going to meet me as a man. Why? Because he's going to come down and put down all rules and authority on earth as it is in heaven. Go ahead.
Verse 25, for he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
There you go. Say he must reign. You get that word reign? So he have what? Put all enemies under his foot. What that mean? Put somebody under your foot. Under subjection.
This is reign in the blue letter, G936. Outline of biblical usage, to be king, to exercise kingly power.
See that? To exercise kingly power. So therefore the king has the power to what? To kill. To do what he wants. That's why they screaming on Trump. No king. Because Trump act like he got the power to do what the fuck he want to do. You know? Go ahead.
To reign of the governor of a province.
The who?
Of the governor of a province.
The governor. So we go into Isaiah 9 and 6. Matter of fact, grab it real quick, Isaiah 9 and 6. Sorry that the governor is speaking about the house of David, starting with the Yahweh Shai. All right? So we're going to the governor, Burton grab, what is it, Revelation, is it Revelation 7? We used to make us a pillar, the temple.
It's Isaiah 9 and 6.
Go ahead.
For unto us a child is born.
See, who that son, who that child was born? Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Unto us a son is given.
Right?
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
The government shall be upon his shoulder.
And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor.
Yeah.
The Mighty Power. The Everlasting Father.
what? The government.
And peace, there shall be no end.
There you go. In the way, it said be no end. So the kingdom of heaven is what? Forever and forever and forever. That's why it's written in Revelation, or the 6th chapter, when we go to the Lord's Prayer. All right? And as it is in heaven, forever and what? Forever and forever. Amen. All right, go ahead.
And it says, of the increase of the government and peace, there shall be no end.
Right?
Upon the throne of David.
See that? Upon the who? The throne of David. That lets you know that this is the house of David being built. All right? And did he not tell him that he's going to establish? All right? Yahweh's side kingdom upon David. Go ahead.
And it says, to order it and to establish it with judgment.
See that? To order it and establish it what?
With judgment.
With judgment. So these heathens, they going off, what's going to happen? Going to judge their hands according to what? According to the scriptures. According to the laws and commandments of the Lord.
It said, with justice from henceforth, even forever.
See that?
The seal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
There you go. All right, and that's what Yahweh Shai comes to do, man. To lay the law down on earth as it is in heaven, man. All right, you got something? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
It's Revelation 3 and verse 12. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power.
Right, and where's the pillar? All right, and it's something that this support. That's why I said the government should be upon his shoulder. All right, because what you have outside that support. Go ahead.
It says, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven.
Which coming down out of heaven. Go ahead.
For my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
That's it. All right, so go back to the first Corinthians.
This First Corinthians.
And basically what's going to be established is the Lord's name. All right, Yahweh's Shai going to be established in the earth once and for all, man. All right, they going to know. All right, these heathens going to know. Why? Because we're going to beat their ass to submission. Just like how they did us when we going to that Cooper Kid page, they beat the brakes off his ass to his name was Toby. All right, guess what? We better do the same thing, but it better be in righteousness. We're going to beat y'all ass till y'all know. And y'all start speaking Hebrew. All right, you ain't gonna be speaking no English.
Cause they would do that until Jay submit, man.
Yeah.
So basically, like you saying, basically like you put your foot on it, you submitted, you done.
Yeah.
They beat it out, they beat your name out of you, man. Now you whatever I tell you.
Yeah, you didn't go back to our language. Remember, for going back to the God of Eden, man, it's so easy. All right? It's gonna be other language.
In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 25 again, for he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
There you go, going right back to the enemies. So he put all enemies under his foot, man. And we just read our enemy list going to Psalms the 83rd chapter. Go ahead.
The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
And there you go. The last enemy to be destroyed is death. And what is death? Sin. What is sin? Transgression against the law. See that? And the Lord going to put that out. All right, by the way of delivering us out of that fire and putting these heathens in captivity. Because that's what makes us go off. You know, by the way that what they do in the world, how they feed us, you know what I'm saying, all these poison the earth, and poison the water. Look what they give us to watch. Look what they give us to wear. We going out where we were. We going out. These nations know. They can sell 100% cotton, 100% this and that. But what you got mixed fabric, you got mixed this, mixed that. All right, so they cause us to go out. But the Lord is coming to save us from that. So the last enemy that's going to destroy is death, man. Was kind of you saw evil. All right? Yeah. Well, he said, bind the kings with chain. Started 5.
149. It says, for the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
There you go. See that? He's going to beautify the meek with salvation, man. So our glory is coming. All right? But we're going to get it after the Lord get his glory, which is what? Through his salvation. Go ahead.
It said, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Right?
Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth.
Yeah, because why? The Lord is good unto Israel. You know? Because why? In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be praising the Lord. All right? Because look, we're going to look what position we're going to be in and look what the position that those that rule over us going to be in. See, what's going to happen is it's going to be a transition of power. All right? So you're not going to tell me you're going to be glorifying the Lord, praising the Lord, or putting your enemy under your foot as you was once under theirs? Go ahead.
It says, let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth.
Right.
And a two-edged sword in their
And a
hand.
two-edged sword, all right, in their hand.
To execute vengeance upon the
Woo,
heathen.
to execute vengeance upon the heathen.
And punishment
Not
upon
some
the
of them.
people.
We just read in Jeremiah, all our adversaries going to captivity. All the heathens going to take part and getting their ass towed up. Not some of them. All right, go ahead.
And punishments upon the people.
And punishment upon the people. So Esau, Edom, first and foremost, and guess what? All the rest of these nations. They ass going to captivity. Go ahead.
It says to bind their kings with chains.
Right, so you got Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Fruit, all right? You know, DJ, Trump, all these kings, man. All right, guess what? They is going to captivity. Go ahead.
To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of arms.
Right.
To execute them the judgments written.
There you go. Execute the judgment that is written. What is written in? It's written in the law.
It says dishonor him of all his saints.
Right?
Praise the Lord.
There you go. That's what's going to happen. That's what comes down the pipeline for your heathens. Y'all going to captivity. Thus said the Lord. All right, there's no other way to get around it. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 14, starting at the top. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
And that's why World War III is being brewed up, because this is the way that the Lord is going to take us out of our captivity. All right, it's going to be about a way of war. All right, go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
And that's what the Lord going to do after New Jerusalem comes down out of the chariots. He's going to set us in our own land. Within that land, these heathens are going to build our land. Right. Just as we built America, all right, guess what? These heathens are going to build up Israel, man. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Which are the Israelite foreigners. All right, because you go up to the world strangers to being God. All right, speaking about the Israelites, man. They're going to be joined with them. They got Israelites here on us. We got the four corners of the earth. All right?
Yeah, they just going off back on the point earlier. Something we talked about. You know, difference between the Jews and the Gentiles. And those are these strangers was what the Israelite foreigners that was Hellenized and partook in speaking Greek and those customs when they returned back until, you know what I'm saying, the righteousness of Yahweh Bashim and Yahweh just like we did. We speak English and things, English, maybe Spanish too, you know, partook in Christmas, you know, these other things, but once we woke up to who we were, when we stopped,
yeah, we turn back.
We turn back.
We start rehearsing the righteous acts.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So it says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Yep. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Now they're speaking about the heathens, the natural heathens. But that's what we're going to do when we come down out through Sherry. We just read it. As Yahweh shall reign, so he's put down all rule and authority on earth. All right, go ahead.
Yep, but and the people shall take them. It's talking about the Israelites.
Yep.
With the saints that we just read in Psalm 149.
Yeah, to bind the kings with chains. I mean, we're going to take their ass somewhere. Go ahead.
And it says, and bring them to their place.
Yep.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for service.
See that? For service.
And handmaid.
Transition of power.
Serving and handmaid.
If we not serving, if we not handmaid, yep. Especially when you go back in the time we was in bondage. All right, go ahead.
And it says, hey, like back then, right? You saw Jacob and how being made as an outfit.
Yeah, then we get butler cars.
Yeah, the butler. And then what? Now in today's, right? Esau either, he hired Issachar. You know what I'm saying? To come be
a maid. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that trade just the cow for the car. Y'all finna be our maid, but Esau either, like that's what I'm saying. You ain't gonna be nowhere near the house.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Jack ain't gonna have
Ain't no
to
house
do
either, Mike.
that. There you go.
No house either, Mike. Like house niggas.
No, they're gonna be doing the worst shit.
Low level
They're gonna be doing the worst. Worst jobs we got in the kingdom. That's gonna all be a letter to
Yeah.
Done here.
Done here, boy.
Get this shit up. Hey, Larry, get that shit up.
And it says, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were.
That's what bag up Jeremiah 30 and 16. You see, because we finna take them captives. Because we was captives. All right, go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
We're going to rule over our oppressors. That's why Apostle Gabar, he did that lesson the other day about having a kingdom mindset, a kingly mindset. We got to have a kingdom mindset, man. These niggas ain't got it.
Hey, can we get Revelation 2 and 25? So it's gonna speak specifically how it's gonna get a little bit more particular on how we gonna rule over our oppressors.
So this is Isaiah 14 and 3 now. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest
See?
from thy
The
sorrow
Lord gonna give us rest.
and from thy fear.
Right, and John the Revelator saw that. You go into Revelation 21 and 4. All right? The Lord gave us rest. He's going to give us rest, man. Go ahead.
Shall be waking up in fear sometimes. Wake up like, damn, am I late?
Man, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Man.
We're living life in fear.
Man.
We ain't gonna have that no more,
Man.
man.
Yeah.
Woo. It says, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
That's it. They're hard bondage. Yeah.
And it says, verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Exactly. That's why, like Anatol said earlier, who should stand up against me? Who should stand up for me against these bulls? As in one of my favorites, Ezekiel 35 and 1. Set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right? Because Esau is the evil doer.
And it says, the king of Babylon is saying, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Right, because the prophets, and the really time now was building the city, living up their veil, the sanctuary spirit is being poured upon, all right, the glory of Esau. Go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers.
That's it. It's being broken by this word. And when Yahweh Shai comes, he most definitely going to be broken. The hammer of the earth. Go ahead.
This Revelation 2 in verse 25, it says, but that which you have, hold fast till I come.
Yeah, well, what do you have? This faith, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The sure word of prophecy. So it's too, it ain't the time to get to the finish line and fumble the ball, man. Come on, man, what we doing? You know what it is. We ain't finna remix this, man. Right. Especially not so no damn heathens can make it. Y'all niggas need to go back and watch the slave movies or something, man. Right, bro. I don't know what the fuck, man. Ain't no fucking way. No. Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Give us power over the nations. Go ahead. What we gonna do with that power?
And he shall rule them with a rod of
We're
iron.
gonna rule them with that power.
Hey, going right back to Psalms 149 we just read.
The scripture say we're gonna sever out continual employment. Yeah, Yeah. Unemployment is not going to be a word. It don't translate into Hebrew.
La.
Tell him to stay busy.
Yeah, you know, walking the hand. See your ass like the whip will come out of nowhere like 2 times.
Oh, with the belt.
With the belt. The belt came out of nowhere. Oh my God.
The clock gonna be the moon. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
The phase of the moon is what you gonna know when your shift over with.
Oh, yeah.
And when the Sabbath comes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, this is the first Sabbath. Full moon, second Sabbath, Mark. It ain't quite there yet. Y'all need to be trying to clean up and ride them last 3 more minutes out.
Yeah.
Ain't there yet, nigga. Ain't there yet, nigga. Get them feet to swing.
He saw your job. He want your ass to work.
Right.
8 o'clock, he wants you working.
Right.
You know too much. You come to work, you gotta be there at 8 o'clock. You come at 7:55. He wants you working. It's okay with your thing at 8 o'clock. So how much more in the kingdom of heaven how you gonna have that? I even hope they ain't.
I remember I was working at Hino back in the day. I'm like in my early 20s. You had stations, reserve parts that you worked on for them drive shafts. I think they dealt with the axles and the parts and shit on the tundras and shit like that.
Yeah.
So everybody had a station where they specialized in whatever. I remember mine was the differential case. Anyway, so they had bells and shit. Like, so when the bell go off, you know that's the part of your break, right? So I'm coming back from break. Now, let's just say this is the station. I'm coming back from break. Now the station got a little gate. You gotta open the gate up. I open the gate up. Ding, 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 ding. Why you late? What you mean why I'm late? I'm in here. When I came in, the bell went off. What you talking about? Yeah, like I was outside or after the bell. Hey, next day I'm in the office. We went in the station when the bell went off. What you talking about? Then my station was right by the gate. I was at the end of the line, so when I come in the gate, all I do is go right here up in my spot. Your station real time. Come on, man.
Man. Man.
But it was, you know, I was an Edomite that was my lead. Every, I want to say, I think that is the chap that's over there. But it was an Edomite that was like my direct supervisor that was over the that department. And his ass got me brought up and fired. Yup.
You ain't gonna fire you, Esau, unless after your 1,000 years.
No, we gonna fire your ass. You're gonna have your job when you come back. When you come back, you're gonna have your job. We're gonna hold your position for you.
You always got a job, buddy.
You gotta use the term Esau say, not fire, but terminate.
Terminate. Yeah.
That's what your ass gonna get terminated.
This Revelation 2:27. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
That's them dishonorable vessels. What you do with dishonorable vessels? You break them into shivers. You know? You ever seen a potter, he makes some shit you don't like, you just say, it don't fit. And the rod of iron gonna be a righteous judgment. Y'all, that's what y'all really gonna like. Y'all gonna get used to the work before y'all get used to the righteous judgment, because it just ain't easy to do right. That's what's gonna get your ass. The work ain't gonna get your ass whooped as much as you being wicked. That's what you gonna get your ass whooped for the most. Yeah.
It's like Jake.
You gotta remember, it's stated in Deuteronomy 37. They gotta go through what we went through.
Yeah.
So it's really gonna be hard on them. All these curses become point out anyway.
That's the thing, you know.
You know how churches did us.
Yeah. And then the hell we gonna bring on them now, ain't none of it gonna be converted. Like all of the converted ass shit that we do, you know? Book breaking on, we ain't gonna do none of that. Nah. We're gonna be a righteous ass. We're gonna do something worse to you than that, but it's gonna be right.
It's gonna be double. Double of what they did to us.
Yeah.
It's double time, man. So, man, it ain't for me to figure it out. Just know you finna go through it. Good partner. And he said, even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star.
He said, you heard what he said? Even as he has received of his Father. And guess what? How it's not have given us the same. You go to John 15 chapter. You said, I have given them, and I have given me. So we got this same understanding. All right, what's in hand for these heathens, man?
We're gonna be coming up with sports to whoop these our ass. We're gonna have different games.
We're gonna take care of it.
Yeah, we're gonna have different little games. We're gonna have just to whoop your ass.
They had games for us.
Yeah, but it was fun for them. It was fun for them doing the things they were doing to us. So we're gonna make fun doing the things that we're gonna do to you.
Your contract.
Yup.
Go over the contract too.
Make sure you understand.
It's how easy wild like that.
Yeah, here go the handbook right here.
Talking about wages. Come on, man.
Feed your ass enough just not to die.
Yeah, they got remember going back to the travel last year with the missionary. That's what they wanted to bring a drop.
This is salary. Get a nigga a sister bean.
Make it work. Hey, we trying to be like smoking.
This ain't enough. Make it enough.
Last verse, Revelation 2:29, it says, He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
That's it. Them niggas can't hear though. That's music to my ears.
Me too.
That's bumping.
Man, what?
That's a great song.
I love that song.
That song bumping.
Man, Tupac who?
Yeah. Lord be spitting. Lord be spitting, man. Yeah. We got no time. But yeah, like, just want to say, let's continue to fear the Lord, let's continue to watch, and continue to pray. But we're heading to some terrible times, difficult times, evil times, and all we have is you have about to outside if you're on that side. All right, we know the devil's coming down with a great wrath. We got to continue to stay focused in the spirit. We can't let the controversy, all these so-called Gentiles can make it affect our business and the property. All right? Watch. Let's say, hold fast with the have.
There's no man.
We got to, hey, so, Lord willing, this was edifying for the elect. We're going to turn toward the east. Give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Ba'Shem Kakadash.
All right, we're going to give double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS. And salutations and blessings to the Ark around the world, preaching and teaching the truth.
Abba!
Shalom.
Shalom.